Hey, awesome humans in the world. Welcome back to the channel. What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's talk about resisting the devil. Yeah, I know. That sounds like a really old school, like Baptist church kind of like approach to theology. This is nothing to do with anything about a devil that's outside of you, right? And the devil doesn't exist in the typical sense of that word. It's not some pitchfork, red-haired dude, right, with a trident. That was all added way, way much later. It's basically an embodiment or a physical metaphor for all of our doubts or limiting beliefs, right? And so I want to talk to you about that today because, a lot of people have been asking, what do I do with my doubts? Well, or is there a technique that I can use to help overcome my doubts? And of course there is, right? And again, no, if it's your first video, welcome to the channel. But I do focus more on the psychology and the neuroscience and behavioral science of trying to apply this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to give you an actual practical tip. All right, but we need to break this down. What does that verse mean? Resist the devil. Okay? So remember, the devil is not a person, it's not a red-headed pitchfork dude, it's not some guy from Dante's Inferno. Whatever it is, it's nothing outside of you. Okay? It is the collective body of limiting beliefs and fears and anxieties and depressive reactions and so on that we have collected. Okay? And it's ongoing. Neville says that there's two things we will always have with us, and that's God and Satan. Okay, God is your consciousness without labels, your consciousness, you like, right? Your I am, your awareness. Okay, it is Jesus Christ, it is God, it is the Holy Spirit. All of those are nicknames for what we call like consciousness. Okay, so keep that in mind. What is resist the devil and he will flee? So now that we know that the devil is just an embodiment of all of our collective doubts or just doubts in general or reactions, right? Then resisting is antihistemi, right? Now you may have just thought I cussed it like at you in a foreign language, and maybe I did, but I didn't. So it's Greek, and the idea is very interesting because nowhere in that word resist is there a word force or fight or push or anything along those lines. Okay. Now, when you first read this, if you go and check out the word, you might see the word fight. That's an actual bad translation. Okay. Because when you go deeper into the root of where these words come from, that's where you get the actual true meaning and the meaning and the intention behind what these words mean. So again, antihistemi is this idea of resisting the devil and he will flee. Okay? So resisting means that you are psychologically doubling down. So it means to set yourself, okay? What does that mean? That means you are not accepting anything outside of being the new person, okay? Now, we will always have doubt with us, always, but you get to choose how much of a factor it plays in your manifestation and in your experience of life, okay? So you get the opportunity to actually reframe it. Neville refers to reframing as love. He doesn't use the word reframe, but the way in which he explains loving, because he even says, he actually talks about one of his own visions about how he saw the embodiment of his own doubts. And he said, I became so brazen in my desire to get rid of these that I said, I'm going to love this body of limiting beliefs until it's gone. Right? And that's part of this resisting the devil and it will flee because resistance is not fighting. It's not pushing. It's not forcing. You're not sitting there fighting and bargaining with your doubts. Nope. Psychologically doubling down. That's what it really means. So what does that mean in practical moment by moment space, right? So what that means is that when you have a doubt, don't sit there and try to fight against it, right? Yes, you can reframe it, give it a nickname and say, wow, this doubt's going to make me a stronger master manifester. Wow, so this is going to make it even more clear and help define my beliefs even more. In one sense, I'm kind of grateful that you showed up because you just showed me an area that I need to work on so I can get stronger, right? So do you hear that? Rather than fearing your doubts, take it as an opportunity to reframe it. Neuroscience research shows that the more you reframe anxiety, the longer you get to live. Take that in. This is actual research. It actually increases the life of your telomeres. What are telomeres? Those are cells, caps at the end of your cells, right? And as you age, they age, and they die and they fall off and you age more, and so on and so forth. They actually have done tests where they literally told people over a long period of time to reframe their doubts and fears as opportunities, right? And then those people actually lived longer, meaning they actually kept those telomeres going and actually de-aged them in some circumstances. Yes, you heard that. Okay, so again, Neville is like next level because when he talks about this idea of reframing, which is love, I'm going to love my doubts, not love them as in I love doubting, but I'm going to love them by reframing them. That's what it really truly means to resist the devil. Okay, not to sit there and play with them and do I doubt? Oh my gosh, what if I just manifested my doubt? And so on and so forth. You reframe them. How much? As many times as it takes until that's no longer a doubt. So if it takes 1 minute, great. If it takes 70 years, great. You stick with it. That's what the Greek word for resist means. It means I'm psychologically doubling down in the new version of the new self who has the thing that I want, right? I am the house owner. I am loved. I am accepted. I am celebrated, right? And in fact, I'm going to end with this. It's really a dare. And now you understand why, like Neville says, dare to assume. But really, that word resist in Greek could be better understood like this: I dare you to believe you are the person that you want to be now. I dare you that you are confident. I dare you that you are loved. I dare you that you are embraced. I dare you that you're married. I dare you that you have the car of your dreams. I dare you that the world believes and accepts and celebrates your fame, right? And you fill in the blanks and you run with that emotional, not just verbally, but with the feelings behind it. And you say, you know what? I am this. I am this. I am that. I am this. I will be, but I am, right? And so again, keep in mind, this is a very powerful technique. And again, you may not want to do it in public. You may lose friends that way, but you definitely want to get into the mental space of doing that, even without physically doing that. But I guarantee you, science shows the more that you do this, meaning getting the physical involved in the mental, you can actually increase the timeline for manifestations. So try these out. These are two techniques. They're very practical. If you don't fully understand what I'm saying, get in touch. We now have been offering group coaching at a cheaper rate. We also offer hourly coaching and packages for business owners, for entrepreneurs, marketing packages, as well as individual life coaching packages. So get in touch. Much love to you all. Hope this was helpful, and go get your dreams.